everybody, my name is Derek at Life Changing Dinners. I want to show you the next dish that we're going to be making. It is, I call it chicken cauliflower rice with vegetable dish, one pot. And what we're going to be using is we're going to use our MP5. It is like a crock pot or slow cooker. A lot of people love this thing because they can prep the food at home and they plug it at someone's house for the potlucks or anything like that. And it's great. Quick and easy. All right, so what we got here is we got our MP5. We're preheating it at 450. Remember, 425 or above is that's where you're gonna be browning your meats and all that stuff. So I kind of preheated it. I didn't preheat it that long, but you know, it'll be fine. All we gotta look for is having cooked chicken. So I did some chicken thighs. I did 3 chicken thighs in there, kind of medium size. So put it in there with no oil at all. When I make this dish, it's super quick and easy. So I'm just gonna put the lid on. It might start clicking, totally fine. I just want the meat to be cooked. And while that's happening, I'm gonna prep my vegetables. So what I got here is asparagus. I cut up some broccoli, but I really wanted, because everyone knows how to cut this stuff up, because everyone should have a salad master knife, so that's why you should know how to use it. We're just gonna cut those up. Cut the florets, but I want to show you guys what we're going to do with the stems, what we're going to do with the cauliflower and the carrots, okay? So we're going to be using the number 2 cone. It's going to look like this. And what we're going to be doing is make like, using the broccoli stems. We're going into farmer's market, or we are going into farmer's market season. And when you guys go to the farmer's market, you usually have really large broccoli stems that you buy by the pound. And I want to show you guys how we're going to use this up. So we're using a number 2 cone here, and we're just slicing it down. So broccoli, the stems have more nutrition than they have in the florets in there, and that's why we're gonna be using it. And so we're just gonna chop it in. And people, it's so funny, every time I make this dish, people think it's like a different vegetable. They're like, oh, what's this? Is this zucchini? Sure, whatever you think it is, it can be that for you. But we're just gonna put it in. And then the next thing is, we're gonna do carrots. I'm gonna show you guys how we do carrots multiple different ways, so you can kind of see the shapes and sizes. So if you want to shred, let's go do the number 2 cone here. So it's going to look like this. The faster that you go, the more the bad pieces fly away. So watch out. Okay, so there's that. And then let's go show you a different cone too. Remember, it's safe to run your hands on the inside here so you get all that good stuff that's in there. Let's go show you guys some slices as well. So I'm gonna use a number 4 cone. The number 4 cone here is with slices. Okay, what's really great too is every time I go around one time with my right hand, it's like having 6 different knives. Check this out, guys. 12, 18, I don't know, 24. I need like a second grader to help me with this math, but a lot. Okay, so here's that. And then I'm also just gonna show you guys the number 5 cone too. This is our waffle cut. It's just for fun. That's clicking, you guys, but it's really just the chicken cooking. So it's fine. But here's the number 5 cone. This is gonna be our waffle cut. And for kicks and giggles, I wanna show you the number 1 cone again. So a nice fine shred for the number 1 cone. I think a lot of families buy this a lot, buy this shape. It's way cheaper if you just make it yourself. We're gonna do that here. And then I'm just gonna crack this lid so it just stops clicking, but we're just cooking that meat up. All right, and then the next thing that we're gonna be doing, is cauliflower. We're going back to the number 2 cone. All right, so putting that back on, I got a really big head of cauliflower. So I'm only using half. Really big head of cauliflower. That's what my photographer wants. And what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna cut around this side first and not the core, because if I cut the core, everything's gonna go everywhere. But I make this all the time. Jeremy loves this because he actually thinks he's eating rice. And if you guys do like rice and you have leftover rice, you can throw this dish in there as well, or throw the rice in there too. So it's a mixture of rice and cauliflower. You don't know which is which. And what's great about cooking in Salad Master too, usually when you make cauliflower, broccoli, asparagus, it usually makes the house smell really bad. Remember, using Salad Master, we get to keep that nutrition in there. We're gonna start cooking about 187 degrees. then we're turning it down to low, so that's why it doesn't smell. It doesn't cause that vegetable that's very alkaline to become acidic. It's not killing out that pH in there as well using that heat. So I can make cauliflower without stinking up the house. Now that I got the florets basically cut, I am now gonna be adding the stems, or the core, in there. And it's gonna have the same shape kind of as the broccoli that we have. And if you put it in, it'll cut. Here's our chicken. I didn't brown it, but whatever, it's cooked chicken. It's cooked chicken that's in there. And it'll be delicious, I promise. It'll taste great. So we got this goodness. Then we're gonna be adding our good stuff in there. And then we're gonna add our other good stuff in there, which is the broccoli and the asparagus. What I do is I add a little bit of water into my food so it clicks a lot sooner. So I get my lid, I put it at a 45-degree angle, like this, and I'm gonna add some water. The bigger the piece, the more water I'll have. So I put it at like a 45-degree angle, maybe not spill everywhere, and then I'm gonna put it in there. What that does is that heat vapor is gonna make this click a lot sooner, so you can turn it down to low a lot faster. And that's the big key about people that buy salad master if they want fast, quick, and easy. Because normally what you have to do with this dish is you would have to steam the vegetables, somehow cook the vegetables, maybe simmer them, something like that. Or you would have to get a big pan, fry everything up, and you have to keep stirring it. We don't do that using Salad Master. You just gotta put the lid on, it'll start clicking, and then you turn it down to low. And with your electric skillet, low is gonna be under 200 degrees. So that's what we're gonna be doing there, and then later I'll show you guys how we season it with amino acids and sesame oil. So we got our cauliflower rice dish going, this chicken cauliflower rice dish, our MP5, but I wanna show you this little trick. I kinda started it, but I wanted to show it to you guys, okay? So if I spun the lid when it's already hot, and I spun the lid, what that does is that water vapor, remember we added a little bit of water, and that water vapor rolls to the side, creating that seal a lot faster, so you can turn it down to low. So if you're really busy, you just wanna get food on the table, a great way to do that is just spinning the lid. It'll start clicking a lot sooner, and then you can turn it down to low a lot faster, because that, for medium to low temperature, that is where things cook a lot faster, because the air shrinks, so it's cooking everything evenly too, and that's the best place to be. All right, hi guys, so here's our cauliflower rice dish that we got. So I'm just gonna give it a nice big mix, and we got all our vegetables in there. Smells good. But there's no seasoning, Derek. What are you gonna season it up with? So I got this, and then the two seasonings that I'm gonna be adding is sesame oil and amino acids. Okay, those are the two ingredients that you're gonna be adding in there. So, I'm just gonna add a little because we got some more sauce that we're gonna be adding in. So this is gonna be that nice salty flavor. All right. And then we're gonna be adding some sesame oil as well. And that makes it taste delicious. Okay, I'm just gonna give it a big mix. And I season this at the very end because of sesame oil. It has like a really low smoke point. It just makes it taste bad when you cook it for a very long, maybe not bad's the word, but if you want all that smell and that flavor and the fragrance, you wanna add that at the very end. So here's that goodness. I'm gonna taste it, but while that's happening, I'm gonna cut a little bit of my green onions in there. I'll be adding in, and we'll add some sesame seeds, and then it'll look and taste delicious. Well, hopefully. Yeah. Let's throw it in there, and then mix it around again, and then we're gonna taste it, and then we're gonna eat it, and then we added about 5 different fruits or 5 vegetables in this dish, I think. But that's that dish. It tastes really good, I promise.